6, a Seattle elementary school teacher survives a violent rampage.
And then I saw the blood on my arm, and I was like, no, I really got shot today.
Today, the gunman behind the deadly crime spree appears in court. Clearing out the caves, ODOT crews work to repair a Portland overpass where homeless campers have dug makeshift shelters. Plus, a heartbreaking end to the Ducks' March Madness run.
Coming from where we was at into where we are now, like nobody in the country thought we were going to be in the Sweet 16.
They may be out, but Gonzaga is going to the Elite Eight. And the Lady Ducks and Beavs may each get a spot in the Women's Elite Eight. Both teams take on challengers tonight. Your KGW News at Sunrise starts right now.
And we begin with this live look on your Friday, March 29th. Some of the city lights and the low clouds to start your morning.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for waking up with us. Kids in Oregon getting just a few last days of their spring break today. Washington kids, you start your break later this afternoon.
Right, so what better way to celebrate than by sending Rod on the road this morning? He is joining us live from Oaks Park. Rod, you've done a little bit of everything. Let's see, where are you now? Oh, the bumper cars!
Bumper cars. So, hey, we're just minutes away from actually having our kids show up. We're having spring break fun here at Oaks Park. Of course, the bumper car is a big tradition. Let's get you going with the forecast. Whoa! Okay, to the bus stop we go. We have temperatures generally in the 40s out there this morning. We had some rain overnight, but now we're dry. And like yesterday, we don't really expect much on the radar until we get into the mid to late afternoon hours. And at that point, scattered showers may actually be few in number unless you're up in the mountains. High temperatures should make it up to 60 or better again today. So that is the way your final day, final Friday of Oregon spring break works. I'm out of gas. I'm out of gas. Whoa, now I'm going.
We need
All
to
right,
get the cameraman
more spring break fun at Oaks Park.
in one of those. So
coming
you
up
guys
shortly.
can bump each other.
I'm a very good driver. Whoa! Whoa! That was fun.
Into nothing. All right. Thank you, Rod. As far as the highway drives go, I'm still happy to report that there are no major troubled spots. Of course, there are slow spots, though, especially up in Clark County right now on SR 14. If you're trying to approach I-5 southbound to get to the Interstate Bridge all the way down to the Fremont, that's going to be the major slow spot of the morning. And here's a live look. In fact, you can see people tapping the brakes. This is the right shot, but this is actually at Halsey at I-84, headed towards the Lloyd District. A really easy drive there. I will let you know what the drive times look like. That's all coming up. Nina?
All right, Vanessa, thank you. We begin with the latest on that violent rampage in Seattle this week, which left 2 people dead and 2 others wounded. This morning, that suspect will be in court. Police say 33-year-old Tad Michael Norman opened fire on a busy road Wednesday, shooting drivers and stealing a car. One of the women who was shot but survived is a 2nd grade teacher, and she spoke about the attack from her hospital bed.
I want to make sure the kids know I'm okay. And I'll be back soon, and I love them. And I know how scary it is for them.
Right now, we don't know what motivated Norman's crime spree. Seattle police say it appears to be random.
It is 3 minutes after the hour. This morning, investigators are looking into a case of sex abuse at a Washington County hospital. A mental health worker at Cedar Hills Hospital is in custody now, accused of sexually assaulting a patient. Detectives say 28-year-old Christopher Zeisler committed this crime in December. They add there could be other victims. Zeisler is facing first-degree sex abuse charges. His bail is set at $250,000.
Developing in Clark County this morning, the sheriff's office is responding to calls from the community to equip deputies with body cameras. It comes after a string of 3 deadly officer-involved shootings by their partner agency, Vancouver Police, in February and March. The Clark County Sheriff says he supports using body cameras, but they don't have the money for them. In fact, they're preparing for budget cuts next year, which could lead to layoffs.
ODOT inspectors will be along Highway 99 East south of the Ross Island Bridge soon. They will be checking to see whether a massive homeless camp under the road actually damaged the highway. Crews were out there yesterday clearing it. ODOT says homeless people were digging out shelters below the foundation of the highway. The property is just days away from being taken over by the city of Portland under a new agreement with ODOT. That's going to happen on Monday. City staff say they can clear the property faster and more often.
It is 6:04. Time now for your national headlines. We are tracking in your morning rush, and we start in D.C. The House of Representatives voted yesterday to denounce President Trump's ban on transgender people serving in the military. But this is mostly a symbolic gesture of disapproval. The move does not reverse the policy that's set to go into effect April 12th. New York's Attorney General is suing the Sackler family, which owns Purdue Pharma. They're the company with best-selling product of the highly addictive OxyContin. The AG accuses the Sackler family of aggressively marketing the drug and fueling our country's opioid epidemic. Purdue denies any wrongdoing. Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel is ordering actor Jussie Smollett to pay $130,000 to the city. It's to cover the cost of the investigation into his allegedly false hate crime report. Smollett's attorney says he is the one owed an apology. This week, prosecutors dropped all charges against him. Thousands of passengers have been stranded when WOW Airlines suddenly stopped operations yesterday. The Icelandic budget carrier suspended all flights and advised people to check with other airlines to get them home. All right, watch this. Right now, 2 NASA astronauts are taking a walk in space. This is a live shot from outside the International Space Station. This stuff is fascinating. They're installing some really powerful lithium-ion batteries on the outside of the solar panels. This was the mission that was supposed to be the first all-female spacewalk, but that all changed when there weren't enough medium-sized spacesuits for all the women. That is your Morning Rush.
Okay, it is 6:06. Now to our March Madness coverage, and there is a lot to talk about. Way to go, Gonzaga! The men's team is moving on to the Elite Eight after beating Florida State yesterday. Final score 72-58. The Zags play Texas Tech in the regional final tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Well, the Oregon Ducks will not be moving on. Top seed Virginia knocked them out of the tournament last night. It was close, though. The Ducks were able to take the lead a couple of times, but in the end, Virginia gets the W. Final score here, 53-49. Okay, the guys are out, but the Lady Ducks are competing for their own spot in the women's Elite Eight. They play 6th seed South Dakota State at Moda Center tonight at 8 o'clock. In the meantime, the women at Oregon State are also playing for a spot in the Elite Eight. They go up against the top seed Louisville, the Cardinals in Albany, New York. That game is at 6:30 this evening.
It hasn't been about any one person's effort, and even insofar as the contributions, we've exceeded our goal, and it's made up of so many $10, $5, maybe $20 donations from hundreds of people who just all really want to show their love to NERC in this.
This guy definitely showing Yusuf Nurkic the love in a big way. This is Al Nelson. He started a GoFundMe page for a billboard in Portland to wish the Bosnian Beast a speedy recovery. Of course, Nurkic broke his leg during a game on Monday, so Nelson has raised $8,000. It's really over 10 now, as you can see, for the billboard in just 2 days. He says he wants it to be as close to the Moda Center as possible, so he's talking with a billboard company to work out the details. But such a cool get well card, you know, from the City of Roses to NERC, who's laid up in bed.
Leaving little doubt how big of a positive influence the mutual relationship here, the respect from fans and players, and yeah, what a great story, and what a great season they're still having. I mean, they're third seed now.
I know you said they're inching up a little bit.
Yeah, by percentage points, but we're the 3rd seed in the Western Conference right now.